Worcestershire captain Daryl Mitchell batted throughout the first day of the LV County Championship clash with Glamorgan at the Swalix Stadium in Cardiff to make his second 100 of the campaign and to prevent his side from being bowled out fairly cheaply. Glamorgan won the toss and decided to bowl, a decision which was rewarded with the wicket of Matt Pardo in the game's third over, with an edge off Graham Wagg to Gareth Rees. It was an ideal start for the home side, who would have been hoping to make the most of the missing Moeen Ali in the Worcestershire team. Without him, it was left to Mitchell and Tom Kohler-Cadmore to get the second division leaders, with 2 wins from 3 games thus far, off to a solid start. They took the score to 33, only to lose Kohler-Cadmore just after he'd made it into double figures, Jim Allenby trapping him in front for 11. That brought in Alex Hales, who's on loan from Nottinghamshire, as cover for Ali in this game. Hales did score a 50 in the season opener against Lancashire, but has since been left out of the Nott side. He would have a point to prove here, as well as wanting to show some form for when he returns to the East Midlands. He played some nice shots early on with a straight bat, as he scored 15 runs. But then he tried to work Wagg to leg, only to get a leading edge to be caught by Murray Goodwin, a wicket which left the visitors on 57 for 3. Glamorgan will have been pleased with their morning's work, and their afternoon began well too, as Alexei Kavesi, fresh from his 100 in the innings win over Derbyshire last week, lobbed a ball from Dean Koska to Jacques Rudolph at mid-on. Kavesi was out for 10 at 73 for 4, but Mitchell, as he so often does, remained unscathed. He was nearly caught at square leg, but for the most part he batted very solidly, as he needed to. Once in, the Worcestershire captain has shown many times before that he can bat for a very long time, and it was his innings which was just about keeping his side on an even keel. Glamorgan were on top though when they picked up their 5th wicket with 99 runs on the board. Ross Whiteley another to fall to Koska, playing an aggressive shot. Worcestershire have reached the summit of the second division partly thanks to some lower middle order runs. Ben Cox played a vital innings in the win over Kent, and he was again looking good as he eased onto 20, dominating a 6th wicket stand of 26 with Mitchell. Wickets were never far away, however, and Koska, who's already grabbed a fifer in Cardiff this season, now took his 3rd wicket of this game as Cox missed a sweep to go LBW. Mitchell will have been disappointed with the mode of dismissals of some of his teammates, but he himself was in a determined mood, and this shot for 2 brought him his second 50 of the summer. His other one went on to become an undefeated 172, while this one had used up a very patient 179 deliveries, from which he'd found the boundary 6 times. It was a knock which was gluing his team together. And it was much needed. Shortly after tea, Gareth Andrew drove Wagg to Middlesex loanee Tom Helm, and that left the visitors on 143 for 7, still some way away from even earning 1 batting bonus point. But with Mitchell still there was hope of getting to 200. It was a magnificent effort once again from the opener, who showed no sign of fatigue as he batted on and on to frustrate the Glamorgan attack, who may have been hoping to be batting themselves before stumps were drawn. It was left to the number 9 Jack Shantry to produce one of the more fluent innings of what was a sluggish day for batting in the most part. Away from Mitchell, Shantry became just the 2nd batsman to make it into the 20s, as he stuck it out for 17 overs with his skipper, adding 57 runs in that time to bring up the 200 in the 86th over. Shantry was out for 28 just after that score had been posted, Wagg utilising the second new ball to earn his 4th wicket of what was another good day for a man who's made a very good start to the season with both bat and ball. Mitchell was now left to try to farm the strike, leaving as little as possible for Saeed Ajmal to do. And shortly before the end of a memorable day for Mitchell, he got to 3 figures for the 2nd time this year. It was an awesome effort, with the 100 reached off 292 balls. He got there with his 11th 4 from those deliveries, and the hug he received from his batting partner was very much deserved. Without him, who knows where his side would have been. As it turned out, they were 9 down by the close, as Ajmal gave Koska his 4th wicket with an edge to Allenby. Last man Charlie Morris then batted out much of the remaining time. So Worcestershire ended on 232 for 9, which doesn't sound like a good score, but with only one of their men lasting for any length of time, it may turn out to be a decent one at least. They owe it all to Mitchell, who ended unbeaten on 101. He is now very close to becoming the second batsman of the season to carry his bat through an innings.